Philadelphia is covered in an abundance of public art. This public art makes Philadelphia both beautiful and unique. Aside from that, a lot of the art holds great importance that people don't notice by just looking at the pieces. Today, I'll be sharing with you both the beauty and the secrets within. I'm Aaliyah, and this is Public Art in Philadelphia. First, I'm going to talk about a couple of the animal sculptures and statues that are scattered around the city. A lot of these particular pieces of art don't exactly have meanings and are more for the beauty of them. But then again, some do. The first piece of art I will be talking about is called Billy. This realistic statue of a goat was created by Albert Lazel in 1914, and surprise, surprise, this was inspired by a goat, a family goat. This next sculpture is called Dionysus, which is located on 19th Street on the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. After being created in 1987, this sculpture became the first full-size reconstruction of the 100-million-year-old dinosaur. It is also thought to be the world's first monumental work of sculptural art using dinosaurs. Next, we have the sculpture Giant Frog, which is literally a giant frog, with a height of 3 feet 2 inches and a width of 2 feet 4 inches. It is also one of the many featured animal sculptures in Rittenhouse Square, along with the Greyhound sculpture, which was donated in 1988, and Lion Crushing the Serpent, which was created in 1832, and was actually the first sculpture installed in Rittenhouse Square. Other animal pieces include Puma, which is located in the Aaliyah Garden, and the Don Lioness, which is located in the Philadelphia Zoo. The Fenway Park Art Association's annual report praised the artist's depiction of, and I quote, the maternal instinct stronger than death, which has caused the dying lioness to give her strength to the nourishment of her young. Over the mother and the whelps stands the lion, the prominent figure of the group, who wears defiance, grief, and rage. One more animal-related piece I will mention is Prometheus strangling the vulture. Embrace yourself, because this is a big one. This sculpture, located at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, is directly symbolic, expressing the ongoing struggle between good and evil, humanity and intolerance. I know, that was a lot to take in. So on that note, I think that is enough with the animals, so let's move on. Next, I'll be talking about the pieces of art that are literally everyday objects, but some may have deeper meanings than what they appear to be, or not. First, we have the split button, which from the looks is only a 5,000-pound and 16-foot button. To others, the 4 buttonholes represent William Penn's original Philadelphia squares, but in reality, the idea came from the artist's late wife, who found a broken button on the campus and deemed it worthy of being giganticized. The next piece of art is called the paint torch. Some people just see it as a large paintbrush, but it has its name for a reason. At night, the sculpture actually lights up, resembling, a torch. The plug is a 10-foot, 3-pronged electric plug that was created in 1970. And your move is not one sculpture, but a bunch of sculptures that are large game pieces, showing off Philadelphia's love for games. Last, we have the very known clothespin. Many things have been assumed about the clothespin. The artist, Goldenberg, stated that it had a distant reference to the Lily Ball, with it flowing out at the bottom and a crack in the middle, the 2 parts meet. But others still think it represents love, with the prongs resembling legs of people and the stainless steel clasp joining them together. Although giganticized objects are pretty cool, let's not stop there. Philadelphia is full of other types of public art, such as those who are nature-inspired. The first is Lifelines, which is a group of 5 leaf-like glass and metal sculptures. These leaves are designed to glow at night. Rock form, or Porthcurno, is also a nature-based sculpture. This is based on rock forms around Porthcurno, a village near the artist's studio in Cornwall, England. Symbiosis is another one. It suggests both ecological and anatomical branching systems. It creates two shimmering interrelated forms that both support and weigh on one another, referencing the darker aspects of nature and the fierceness of its laws. The last topic of art I'll be mentioning is the monuments and memorials of different people. Benjamin Franklin is a man with many memorials or monuments dedicated to him. One is the Keys to Community, which was created in 2003. Where did it get its name, you ask? Well, this sculpture is actually made with keys. Over 1,000 were collected and worked into the face, along with millions of pennies and the nameplates of fallen firefighters at the time. The next art piece is Bolt of Lightning, a memorial to Benjamin Franklin. This 58-ton bolt of lightning refers to the famous experiment in which Franklin flew a kite in an electrical storm. This sculpture includes an image of the key that Franklin attached to the kite, the lightning bolt, and a tubular steel structure with a representation of the kite. These components are held together by the tension of 4 steel cables. The cable was said to symbolize the eternal and essential contact between air and earth. Aside from that, there are many full statues of Benjamin Franklin himself, like Benjamin Franklin Craftsman's or Young Benjamin Franklin, which was created in 1981. Benjamin Franklin with Kite was created in 1965, and Benjamin on a Bench was created in 1987. Next, I'll be talking about the memorials of a group of people who each impacted the U.S. in different ways, and that group is presidents and leaders. There's a statue of Abraham Lincoln that was created in 1871, and it shows Lincoln seated with a quill in hand, having just signed the Emancipation Proclamation. The next sculpture was created in 1790 and cast in 1922, and is a full-body sculpture of the one and only George Washington. And get this particular sculpture was to be the first monumental sculptural effort of the new nation. George Washington also has a really big monument located in the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. It is constructed in 3 levels, each representing a different concept. Washington, who is considered the hero, sits at the top. Symbolic figures depicting his time are on the middle level. On the lowest level are the plants and animals of his country, with representative human figures. William Penn was also an important leader in Philadelphia. A statue of William Penn sits outside the Pennsylvania Hospital on Pine Street. It is a statue of William Penn holding a scroll, and the statue was meant to be placed on top of a house with his head facing downward. Although that didn't happen for this particular statue, it did inspire the making of another, one that is literally way above our heads. Yes, it is a 37-foot statue of William Penn holding the Charter of Pennsylvania on top of City Hall. It was created in 1892 and placed on the building 2 years later. It remained a dominant point in Center City skyline because of a gentleman's agreement that no skyscraper would be built higher than the brim of Penn's head. For a long time, in 1986, the agreement was broken, but the statue still continues to command the long view of Broad Street and the Benjamin Franklin Parkway. The next set of art I'll be talking about is those that are in memory of African Americans. The first is the All Wars Memorial to Colored Soldiers and Sailors, which was created in 1934 and is located in Logan Square. This memorial consists of a torch of life surrounded by 4 American eagles as the central figure at the front of the memorial. Below the torch stands the symbolic figure of justice, holding symbols of honor and reward. To the left and right of that are groups of African American soldiers and sailors. Officers and enlisted men and symbolic figures are located at the rear of the monument, and they represent the principles for which American wars have been fought. Another African American memorial is the Negro League Memorial, which was created in 2005. It consists of a statue of a Negro League baseball player who is accompanied by benches, landscaping, and a wooden fence. Behind the statue is a granite wall the names of Philadelphia star players and other great teams of the Negro Leagues written on it. The information I share with you today clearly shows the beauty of a lot of the art in Philadelphia. Other than that, though, it proves the importance of the public art in Philadelphia. The abundance of art we have not only adds to the beauty of Philadelphia, but it also shares the history of the city. These people not only learn about the history, but they get the opportunity of experiencing it through amazing visuals. And that concludes this podcast. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.